pregame.com.
Pitt is at South Florida this Saturday for a game that I thought it may have some computer ranking ramifications, but I don't think that's actually the case. Nonetheless, Pitt needs to win this game to get to 6 wins to go to a bowl game. South Florida's not going anywhere. This is not a number play. I think if you look at the numbers, the 6.5 is probably about right. But over the course of years, I have seen teams that are greatly disappointed in their season. When their last game is at home, they give it that last effort. Now, on the road, you don't always get that. But a team at home, they'll give you the big effort that they probably should have done all season. If you look back at the beginning of the year, South Florida was one of the favorites in the Big East. Listen, the Big East is mediocre is a huge compliment to give them that. So they were favored. I remember they went up to Nevada. School that had the last second win, and I thought they were on their way to having a very good season. I really thought they were going to be the best team out of the Big East. I really did. I think they thought that too. And here we are late in the season. They've had an absolutely atrocious season. Skip Holtz's job is on the line. I think they're still playing hard for the kid. They've been extremely inconsistent, and when inconsistent means sometimes they play good. Not just bad. They play good at times. I think they're going to give you a very superior effort here. Pitt is a good team. They're okay. They've had some decent games, too. I don't think this is going to be one of them. I'm not sure how fired up they are to do this.
I like South Florida a lot in this spot, and you said it perfectly. They're going to give effort because it's their final game at home, and when I bet an underdog, that's all I could ask for. Yeah. Because that leaves the back door always open. At the end of the day, that's all you could ever hope for with a dog, that they have a chance to win the game, and more importantly, that they give you 60 minutes of effort. And if you could guarantee me that, I'll back any dog. I think the line's a little high, Chris, to be honest with you. And the reason I think it's inflated is because of what Pitt's done of late. Here's a team that's covered 4 of the last 5 games. Usually that's going to make you overvalued in the market. But when you're playing a team like South Florida, who's only covered once since October 20th.
Is that right?
Yes, and has only won 1 game since back in September. You really got undervalued versus overvalued. And to me, that's an easy play here. I like South Florida in this spot. You can't lay points with a team that can't score. And Pitt's 74th in points scored offensively. So I'm not willing to lay points on the road. I like South Florida. That's the side I'm backing.
I'm sorry, Chuck. I just want to interrupt very quickly. They scored 47 against Temple, but they 27 against Rutgers, who I know is a very good defense. 17 against UConn, again a good defense. 26 Notre Dame. I think it was in 3 overtimes.
Yeah.
So. Then Temple, Buffalo. They scored 20 points. This is not an offensive juggernaut by any means. Chuck.
And coming into the season, like you mentioned, a lot of people thought maybe Pittsburgh was going to have a better year. So you might hear somebody say, "No, they need to win this game to go in the bowl game." Where are they going to go to the ham and cheese bowl? I mean, they're not going to be really excited about what's going on. Meanwhile, they're 1-4 on the road this year. This is a team who's only won 1 road game all year. South Florida, part of their problems, B.J. Daniels, the quarterback for him, this was a team, like you said, they were favored. This kid was supposed to be the
Heisman.
All this stuff. Well, he was a turnover machine, and he really hurt this team. Now you got the backup quarterback in B.J. Daniels out, who's a little more efficient, not turning the ball over.
I agree.
And that might be good enough to get the W here.
I want to say, too, there's a lot of talent on this South Florida team. And VR, you talked about it. You want a dog that's going to give you effort. Well, if you have a talented team that's going to give you effort,
you're
and a poor offensive team,
you're in the game if you're getting points.
I can't imagine.
Pittsburgh's going to be good. It's just Chris needs some time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not his recruits. This is a guy from Wisconsin.
He'll do well eventually.
He's going to do well, but he needs to bring in his recruits.
This team just does not score a lot of points. You're playing 6.5 on the road. It's just too many. We talk about buying low, selling high.
Give me the Bulls.
Yeah, I think that South Florida makes a good effort here in this game. All right, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to make it official. I'm thinking South Florida plus 6.5 against Pitt. They've had a very disappointing season in South Florida. I think they make a little bit of an amends, make some amends in this game here. I think they come out very strong. I think they're going to give it that last good effort of the season. I've seen that over the course of time. A team in their last game, if it's at home, they've had a disappointing season, they often jump up and beat a favorite. Pitt is also a very weak favorite to be 6.5 on the road. probably they don't deserve that.
It's a little motivation too, South Florida, to keep Pitt from making a
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
That is.
We're not going. You're not going either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So listen. I know I would do that if I was. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about Florida State and Georgia Tech in the ACC championship game. Chuck Edel's going to give us his pick on this one. Both those teams lost to SEC teams last week, so we'll see what they do this week. Just a reminder, you can see all our videos at pregame.tv.